Well, hello there, Booktube. I'm Sam, known as Curls, Pearls, and Other Worlds here on the tubes. These are the curls, these are the pearls, and these are the other worlds. I have wanted to be a part of the YouTube community since I watched my very first Charlie is So Cool Like video when I was like 12. And I just never, I watched people like Alex Day and Charlie and later on Carrie Hope Fletcher. It's way past my bedtime, which we have this in common. This is a lot tamer than it usually is. I had to work at this today to be camera ready. Anyway, but I never had that, hey, how you doing personality. I'm more of a bookworm, and it wasn't until about, I guess a month ago that I discovered this amazing, beautiful community that is Booktube, and immediately it was just like the heavens opened up and cherubs came down singing like, oh yes, this is what you're meant to do, this is where you fit in. And so yeah, here I am filming this terrible video that may or may not be edited. This will be my first time editing a video, so we'll see if it gets actually edited or not. I'm sure you know by now if it is. So a little bit about me. You know that I like books. I am a hoovie and a tea drinker. I train horses. I play, I'm pointing over here because my instruments are over here. I play guitar, baritone ukulele, regular ukulele, and that's about it. But yeah, I'm a writer. I love to write. I write everything. I'm currently working on a novel, which is a terrifying thing to do. When you first start and you see that blank page, I think blank pages are one of the most terrifying but also inspiring things that just anyway, I thought a good thing to do would be to do a book haul in my first video. I have spent way too much money on books lately, mostly inspired by Booktube to do that. And so let's get right to that. Maybe there'll be a jump cut. Welcome to the second half of this video, which will be a book haul. Now, there's going to be quite a few books. I normally only buy like one book at a time, you know, like I read a book and then I buy a book. But since I've been watching Booktube for the last month or 2 months or so, I've been buying just too many books, too many. So this book haul, it's gonna kind of be the last 2.5-ish, 3 months, somewhere in there. You probably are not gonna see another book haul from me for at least a month or so, hopefully longer. I need to catch up on my reading. So I think I'll start with the ones I got sort of after Christmas time in there, you know, with extra Christmas money. I didn't really get any books for Christmas. I got one set of books for Christmas, and that would be just a second, the Gimel edition by Mark, what's his name? Mark Forster. I have a lisp, okay? So that name isn't a name that should be said by me. The Horologicon and the Etymologicon, which are basically books about words. The Horologicon is a book of hours, so it's like all the words that you should use at the appropriate times. And the etymologicon is sort of how words got formed and are connected in the English language. So I really enjoyed these. I like that you can kind of pick out, like, you don't have to read them cover to cover. You can just sort of flip a page and start reading. They're really enjoyable, and I highly recommend them. Is that what booktubers do? They tell people you should read that. So read that. Okay. Alright, and then these are actually my favorites. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, I have this, which is all of Jane Austen's works, 4 novels, into this just beautiful book. It's just, can you see how shiny it is? I hope you can see how shiny it is. It's so pretty. And that's one thing that you will find out, I'm sure, soon enough, a massive Jane Austen fan. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite books, and I own several copies. So, yes. The second is sort of the same type of deal, but for Ernest Hemingway, and this one is even more beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, and it has 4 novels also, and oh, it's just so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now, let me see. Now we're gonna go to charity shop books, which I have been buying recently. I just moved to a new town, so I just found like an actually really good bookshop that sells new and used books, because my old town didn't really, I had to drive like an hour if I wanted to get to a Books A Million, and that was it. Other than that, you had charity shops. So from there recently, I think I got these about 2 or 3 weeks ago. First we have The Astonishing Life of Octavian Nothing, which I started a little bit. There were sort of other things that I wanted to read first, but oh, the writing is beautiful. And John Green, actually, I'm a nerd writer, by the way, you should also know that, mentioned this book sort of offhand in one of the latest Vlogbrother videos. So I'm sure, oops, okay, maybe we'll just put that down there. There we go. Alright, second we have Water for Elephants. I haven't seen the film. I started reading a library version of this about a year ago and didn't make it all the way through because I don't like having late books. That's one thing that I can't, I've got to turn them in on time. So, and I always check out like 6 books at a time. So I didn't quite get to this one. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and then we've got the first 2 books in the Gemma Doyle series by Liba Bray. We've got A Great and Terrible Beauty and Rebel Angels. Am I holding the, how do booktubers do this? Okay, hold on. There we go. So those, I look forward to that. These sounded very interesting, and I have heard so many booktubers talk about how much they love the series. So they're sort of like paranormal-ish, I think, set in like a boarding school type setting. So that'll be great. I've got to find, like I said, I got these in a charity shop, so I'll probably have to order the 3rd one. Okay, we're just gonna do that again. Okay, most recently, now we're gonna do the recent books. I just bought and finished Hollow City by Ransom Briggs. I was a fan of his first novel, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I might do a review on this, my very first review. We'll see how that goes. I enjoyed it. I wasn't like, I'm not like massively in love with the trilogy. It's gonna be a trilogy. But I do enjoy it. It's a nice, breezy read. Okay, just ignore the noises over there. Don't worry about it. Second, we have Catch-22, which I actually just bought yesterday with all of the other books I'm about to show you. by Joseph Heller, which is a World War II themed novel, and it's hilarious, supposedly. So I can't wait to get to that. I have a severe weakness for World War II themed anything. I don't know, it's a problem. Okay, here's some of the most recent ones. I've got two of my favorite books here that I didn't actually own physical copies of. So when I saw these like majorly on sale the other day, I was like, oh, I should buy these. The Catcher in the Rye and The Great Gatsby. And I would think that you know what both of these books are about. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss these down here with the other ones. Okay. Don't think that I'm not careful with my books, because I am. I'm very careful with my books. I don't just go around throwing them at things like this. It's purely for video making purposes, okay? No books were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, next we have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. That's how you say that name. This book is so pretty. I'm not a massive fan of the spine, but I really love the cover. I have a thing, I don't know if you can see up here, but I have a thing for books with red and black spines. I don't know what it is, but I'm just severely drawn to them, and I've heard so much about this book for the past year or so, and I've just really wanted to get to it. So I saw this the other day and I went ahead and picked it up. So now I'm very excited to read it. And lastly, is this lastly? Yes, lastly, we have the hilarious Will Grayson by Mr. John Green and David Levithan. And I bought this and then read it, continued to read it for the next hour, and just like finished it. It's so rude, funny, and original. Yeah, that just happened. It's so good. It's so good. Is there anything that either of these men have ever written that wasn't just so good? I don't think so. So, oh, and I don't know if this isn't really a book, but I bought it with all of these other books the other day. An Exploding TARDIS bookmark, which is very nice, very pretty. I like it. That concludes the book haul. I'm sure all of my other videos won't be this bad, so you should subscribe to watch me progress and get better and come along the journey with me, the bumpy journey. It's gonna be a little rough at first, but we'll get used to it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thanks for watching this video and spending all that time. Watching this back just now, I realized that everything is out of frame. That won't happen again, I promise. But I can't be bothered to film it all yet another time. So, yeah, until next book haul, when the books are actually in frame. Toodles. Sure, toodles can be a thing, right? Yeah? Okay.